Okay, let me get signed in. I'm a bit behind. I was doing some research. Wow, does this full moon pack a punch? It is really hitting a bunch of stuff. So I want to make sure everything is on. Whoops, not that, sorry. Wrong place. I know. Okay, that's not where I want to go. I want to go here. I don't know why they always turn off monetization as a default. If you want other settings set, just keep it on and, you know, address the other things. Okay, what else do you want me to do here? Getting there, you guys. What else? What else? What else? What else? Okay, this is today. Ooh, I don't know if that's the right angle. Okay, close this. Go find my peeps. I think I gotta adjust that camera. Mute that. Yep, I do. I have to adjust that. I have to like that. I have to turn on this live. And, oops, play. I need to see you guys. Are we there? Are we there? Is everything okay? Hey, you guys. How are you? I'm so glad to be here. See you. Hey, Larry girl. Are you cooking? Hi, Dreamweaver. Hi, GM Dave. Tisha. Denise. Hi, Connie. Hi, Annie. Hi, Marie. Yes, welcome moderators. They're so great. What would our community, the entire tarot community be without our mods? They're so amazing. It is freezing Woogie's weather. We need to talk about weather, Impish. Nice to see you. Yeah, I get, okay, yes, blessed be all you guys. Okay, so here we go. Here we are. We're going to talk about this full moon, the last full moon of the year. Yay. I like that it's in Cancer. Just a second, you guys. Because it is near the USA sun. It's kind of like the moon and Cancer things have the last say in so much. So hooray, we're at the very last full moon, and it's going to trigger a ton of stuff. This full moon packs a punch on many, many levels. I just kind of have my breath taken away every time I'm like, oh, it's doing that. Oh, it's going to do that. It's doing this and that and this. And it's like, oh my goodness. So my advice to you all is lay low, take it easy. Do not enter anything that feels a little risky or like the energies are moving really fast, because nobody, and I mean no one on this planet, I mean, we're just in our second lunation of the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, in eclipse weather, still in the Saturn-Pluto cycle. The entire playing field has changed. It's been leveled. Some of us don't realize it's like really getting leveled out because we've been in this habit of being afraid and this weird world. No, things have really been leveled, and sooner than later we'll be figuring this out. And things are going to be behaving differently under these conditions. This full moon, it touches exactly the full moon from June 5th. It also touches the one from July 5th. Thankfully, the good news on June 5th was the day that PEB-elect secured the nomination for the Democrats, which means his pulling power, his traction gets a huge boost in this. He's just been kind of an outsider. It's kind of felt that way. I mean, the media is not helping him. I mean, it's impossible to get any coverage of him. And I think partly the reason why Donald is so crazy is to make sure he gets zero media coverage, because people start to feel hopeful, and they don't want people to feel hopeful, right? So that was good news to me as well. I'm going to go skip down here to these little announcement type of things, because these things are kind of easy and we'll get right to the point really quick. So that is the one thing that makes me really happy about this. When I say this is a leveled playing field, there's one thing I haven't been able to mention to you guys because so much has been happening lately, is that I have strongly felt since this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, you know, and even without the Jupiters, even like over the summer, I remember thinking about this. I'm like, I wonder what's going to happen here. So the weather, our weather, I know that we're in climate change. It is going to take on a totally different type of form or dimension to it. I saw today that like the monster low pressures coming in over Alaska. It's the biggest. I don't know if it's the biggest in history. And I was like, aha. Jupiter and Saturn. Jupiter controls high pressure. Saturn controls low pressure. Jupiter and Saturn conjunct are going to be really big, and more so of the Saturn right now because the sun is in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn. I have felt since this summer, I've wondered, I wonder if next year, like with Saturn in Aquarius with Uranus and Taurus, if that's going to help cool the planet down. I have been feeling like climate change will get a boost in the fact that maybe things will be able to be tempered for a while. So look for differences with weather. I think our low pressures are going to be longer lasting. The other thing that's going on is that with Mars and Aries in square in late degrees to Capricorn, that's going to be energizing the weather systems. It's past its square with Pluto, thankfully, so we're not going to have as much destruction, but it's still lurking in the ethers that it could be activated in different ways. So weather is a big one. The other one, you guys, all month, until we get a better feel for this, I would say all winter, watch your joints, your ankles, your knees, your bones. If you're having some achiness or arthritis, you really need to support your bones and your joints because they're really getting stressed. They don't like have that kind of like rebound effect or that resiliency like from normal situations. It's like things are going to be harder for your joints. I'm already moving slowly. For my ankle just has been wanting to give out all day today. I know part of that is because with a full moon, full moons pull on the fluids in your body. So if you have swelling around your joints or you generally retain water, it's going to be extra hard on your joints. And when you have pressure and fluids on the joints, that triggers inflammation. So I'm not a doctor. I'm just saying astrologically how these things are going to happen. Quickly, I put that little video of Lillikoi. It was only about a minute long, just because I thought it was fun and cute and something to do, and I kind of wanted to see how the YT machine would react. Well, something interesting happened. Even though it hasn't gotten as many views as it normally does, somehow I think it like freed like the gates of letting subscribers subscribe. Something changed. So I think maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, I just might post a little kitty video. So that's that. I dug this out. I came across this. You know, BillBehindBarrs resigning. I wanted to show this to you. I actually made this chart when BillBehindBarrs was sworn in February 14th. Do I really have 2019 on that? Was it really 2019 or 20? I thought it was 2018. That had to have been 20. Well, anyway, this is what I've been using. 2017. No, it was 2019 because we won the election in 2018. And then in January, Donald had to have the government shut down because of the Mueller report, and he needed someone to stop that. And look at that. When I did the Terrascope, BillBehindBarrs here at the bottom of the chart, what he's all about in DC is Leo, I'll stop all these investigations. Something really interesting. At the top of the chart, we had 6 degrees Taurus. I had often wondered if BillBehindBarrs was going to leave because Uranus, the planet of change, revolution, it is retrograde right now. Right now, when he resigned, Taurus was 7 degrees, or Uranus was 7 degrees Taurus, right conjunct with this thing. So that like triggered him leaving the midheaven. But then look at this. You guys, you know how I said at the Sagittarius new moon eclipse, 23 degrees Sagittarius, that was conjunct the South Node. And if you saw that very happy video about what we're releasing with the South Node, we would release a solar figure, which is Donald. He's the leader of the nation. The leader of a nation is represented by the sun. Look at this, Bill Barr. On the ascendant, he has Leo, which is ruled by the sun, the photos. His astrology card was the South Node. So right when we had this eclipse at 23 Sag, BillBehindBarrs resigned within like a day, letting go of a solar figure. It was in his Terrascope back then. That was interesting. Oh, and the other thing that happened, when he was sworn in, this moon was at 20 degrees Gemini. The North Node, when he resigned, 19 degrees, 57 minutes. The North Node. The North Node is where you're supposed to go in life. It's not about releasing stuff, but it's your path of going forward. And his path of going forward was letting go of this a-hole. Can you believe that? Isn't that crazy? So I just thought that was a fun little tidbit for you guys to see. And lastly, we got to talk about this. I know you guys, everyone is so anxious about the stimulus. Absolutely. But let's keep in mind, because I think I wanted to wait and see how things played out with this. And I think we have our answer, unfortunately. Back on December 7th, we had the third quarter moon at 16 degrees Sag, and I was freaking out. That was like another mini series that I did. It was pretty good. But this 16 degrees Sag, you know, lately I've been talking about that W-huan asteroid, That particular asteroid is extremely prominent in the Pearl Harbor chart, 9/11, the 1918 plague, in terms of death and destruction. We know that asteroid is very active when there's an attack in the United States or there's death and destruction. At this third quarter moon, December 7th, I discovered Don Holio's natal W-huan asteroid, 16 degrees Sagittarius. And we also found out how intimately the horoscope, the charts for China and Russia were lining up exactly at 16 degrees. So that makes me think, okay, is he really going to declare a war on USA with them? It surely seems like it. Last week, wait, where is it? Oh, did I put, I cannot put that away already. This is so funny. I pack my stuff up like I am done. I'm done with this. Yeah, I get a little too eager. Oh, maybe it's in here. No, here it is. So that was when it was conjunct the W-huan. This new moon solar eclipse at 23 Sag is when USA, the sun was conjunct USA galactic center, that giant black hole in the middle of the galaxy that's the home to the sun, where we're releasing a solar figure to this lunation. This past week on the 21st, that asteroid W-huan moved into the 7th house of We the People, his opposition. And sure enough, the thing in Music City happened with some other pieces of activity happening in the U.S. I think, in my humble opinion, this is for entertainment purposes only. This was an official cosmic declaration of his plan against USA with Russia or China, because that's all it's been since then. Especially the way he's acting. I mean, just people have been totally terrorized by what's going on with the stimulus. People want to say, oh, he's kind of crazy maybe because of the having cerveza virus, or maybe he wants, no, he is at war with us. Remember, the Mueller report was redacted. Redactions were moved this summer. BillBehindBarrs redacted parts where the Russia said, yes, we're at war with the USA. BillBehindBarrs also redacted the intensity, scope, and how long it was going on. They all are. If it feels like war and you're getting beaten up, guess what? It is. It's designed to make you feel awful and anxious and discouraged. I'm sorry. Oh, man. It's designed to make you feel anxious and discouraged, to make you rageful and crazy. That's what it's designed to do. And if it's doing that to you, you got sucked into it. Turn off the news. Because even, guys know MSNBC drives me crazy, and I'm so glad they're getting a new president in January. I sometimes feel like, yes, they're rightfully calling out the outrage, and we should be outraged by what's going on. But it always seems to piggyback on things to inflate the reaction that the Russia wants. To make, I can't even watch it anymore. Well, especially, I like Ari. I miss Rachel, though. But she needs vacation. So, just a second. And so, what I did then today, it feels like war. I looked more extensively at the stimulus and what the heck they're doing, because I'm like, this is all staged. That was my hypothesis. It's all staged because nobody likes LNP, and per LNP. Nobody likes them. There's no way out for them. But now there's all this outrage, all this horror, and people are crying, mercy, mercy, please, 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 like begging for this stimulus. And there goes the Dems. They give it to them. Mitch stops it. But then, oh, but LNP, they really want the $2,000. I'm like, oh my God, this is what's going to happen. This is my hypothesis. They're going to get a surge. They're going to get the spotlight on how they really want it. And they're really wanting to work with a new administration and for the people. And then something magical will happen. It's going to go through and they're going to get praised up and down. And it's going to be on all the news cycles and not what everything. And then people are going to forget the HE double hockey sticks we went through, speaking of hockey, to get this done. And then so they're going to be riding on this wave of positivity. Meanwhile, we're not going to be able to see the Reverend and John. And meanwhile, my hypothesis is they're going to be using psyops on the side and micro-targeting to get their ratings to go. That was my hypothesis. I want to show you. I can't forget this. I want to show you guys just briefly when I looked at these teroscopes, testing it. So this is what I did this afternoon. This is why I was late to the full moon. So I want to give you what this is, just the summary. I'll show you what's on the end here. So first, today, you know, after finding out that MCTURTLE blocked it, I did a teroscope on L and P, them in 2000. Then I did the Mitch block. And I'm like, what's the Mitch DT LNP secret plan? Because this is not accidental. And then I did the George lection. And then I did, how does $2,000, how does it pass? That's what this is. And then I'm like, well, what's the next step for these 4 holios? Then I did John, Reverend. And then I did, well, what's this section 230 about? And then I'll be by the Daily Caller, who I've blocked, so I had to click on it. So then I did a teroscope on Josh. And then I did a teroscope on calling for a full Senate. And then the Daily Caller tweet. And then I said, what's their targeted outcome? So that's just the chronology of all this. Basically, a couple things to look at. LMP, look at how this hanged man card travels. First, it starts for LMP. They're in partnership with the hanged man reverse. Hanged means they are desperately in need of a new, like a makeover of opinion. And they want to come out in this new makeover of an opinion with this hanged man reverse. And then when I ask Mitch Platt, then the hanged man reverse goes to this 8th house of shared resources. Mitch is picking this up to change the image of them. And then my next question was, what's their secret between the 4 of them, Mitch, Donald, LMP? The hanged man reverse now goes to the 9th house of faith and Russia. See how that got passed on? We got to change their image. So then the hanged man shows up as the primary thing fueling the Georgia election. And then it's there on the ascendant again, the hanged man reverse. How does this 2K stimulus pass? Well, the hanged man, we've got a new image with the devil. And then I was like, what's their next step between the 4 of them? Hang them all. Change the attitude. Change the branding, change the image. And then the hanged man shows up with the Reverend in the secret. This is a secret that's being used against him. I hope he has something to counter that. And then it shows up. Where are you, hanged? Oh, it's gone. It's gone. So it ends there at the Reverend. So this is what they're all planning to do for this bad image. Now, LMP start off with faith that they're the star. They're the star here. What's crowning them when Mitch blocks? They're over Washington, D.C. as the star. They're the star couple. They want this so badly. And then you go through all that. What's the targeted outcome? The star in the first house of who we are. So it's to rebrand them and make them the star. But they have to fuel that with the ascendant of 5 of Pentacles. That's suppression. And the 5 of Swords, winning unfairly. So this 5 of Pentacles was showing up with Josh Hawley, with his faith and Rusher, and it's showing up 5 of Pentacles, suppression. This is in the area of friends. Don Julio friends. Suppression of John voters. And because the plan of these 4 Holios, what they're trying to defend here is the 5 of Pentacles, suppression of votes. So their plan is to suppress the vote together. We're going to do that with our friends against there's a lot of interesting things in here. I'm sure you can see how this Fool card comes back. This Magic card, that's for John. The Chariot is momentum. That's how it happened. So Josh is like, hey, let's have a vote by the full Senate. You guys, doesn't that sound great? The Ace of Cups makes me so happy. Quoting a tweet by the Daily Caller, that's where the momentum picks up. Mitch blocks, so that's how he generates the momentum for this image change. We're going to flip minds, win hearts. He starts the momentum for the favor of these two here. And the next one to pick it up is this Daily Caller, because now he has the Chariot in the area of partnerships. Mitch is working with the Daily Caller as a partner, because that's going to help affect the change they need to get these stars to be elected for the Georgia, because a hidden enemy is the Chariot. That momentum Mitch signaled to this. This is why they don't react. It is total insanity. It is cruel beyond cruel what they're doing with the electorate during a it is horrifying, but it's almost as if they all have the script from their handlers, their billionaire donors that go to the Russia and the China and what to do and say and the timing. And it's just like they just show up for their position on stage with their script, and then they affect things with a lot of drama that, they dominate the news cycle and the media with. And then the media fuels into it. This is part of the propaganda, you guys. This is the whole strongman technique. We've had these guys for 100 years doing this with democracies, trying to tear them down by the strong guy, the criminal elite, billionaires. But they did not plan for a Saturn-Pluto conjunction on the heels of the Divine Feminine, conjunct the galactic center ahead of the men in 2019, nor did they expect the Jupiter-Saturn configuration we had last week. I know 2020 has sucked donkey balls, you guys. It's been awful. But without this, without these transits, we would not be able to get past this. This has been in the making for, when you look at the big picture, 100 years with these strongman, gross people, fascist, all this whole thing, and the plutocrats, the elites that run around and criming. We are finally we are going to rid this crap once and for all. And I was just so happy yesterday to see that the Pope Pontifex decided to move the Secretariat, the office of the Secretariat, their Secretary of State there, to a different department because of corruption. And that lady, Cecilia Morgana or Mogran, I don't know what her name is. She was the point person for all the money, the data, the voter databases, the criming and the murders that went through the Vatican. In my humble opinion, for entertainment purposes only, she was a point person with Cardinal BECCIU, and then his brother was like the back channel. Those two set up the back channel foreign relations outside of the Vatican, much like Josh and Jared Kushner do. And yesterday, Pontifex brought a very important piece to the global mafiosos, brought a very important piece to an end. And don't forget, we have two major Italian mafiosos in charge of cocaine cartels in Europe who flipped. These guys don't ever flip. They flipped this fall. I can't remember the date, but you guys, it's happening overseas. You'll never see it reported here in the USA because everything is controlled. Their narrative is always controlled. You really have to work hard to look elsewhere to start putting in the pieces. And so like when I'm not here doing videos, that's usually kind of what I'm doing in the background and trying to plug them in to these teroscopes. So there you go. There you go. So I just want you to know this thing is being staged for LMP losers. Here's some good news I didn't want to forget. You guys know, some of you know, that my kid was born on July 4th. And so how he's doing is very much serves to me as a barometer on how our nation is doing. In fact, he was born on July 4th, 2002, our first 4th of July after 9/11 happened. So he is always like a barometer for me for our nation. It's been hard, you guys, especially since this summer and no graduation and blah, blah, blah. But guess what? He's doing pretty good. But today I was ecstatic because you guys, some of you know I'm a total hockey junkie. Well, right now it's IIHF, the International Hockey Federation World Junior Championships. These kids are 18, 19 years old. We know some of them. They're playing. Team USA last year they kind of stumbled the last couple of years, but I knew the transits were not good for the country, so I didn't expect them to do well, and it was sad to watch. But today, guess what? I'm going to give you some good details. They played, so it was the Czech Republic. I watched this game yesterday. Czech Republic played the Russia. This team's defense was phenomenal. They had a couple of breakaways and their goalie wasn't ready, so they would score. So they beat their arch enemy, the Russia, 2-0. They shut them out. It was such an emotional one. I was like screaming. This was so much fun to watch because these guys, they had their defense going, and you can't win without defense. So then I was like, oh my gosh, we're going to play this team. They were just so on fire. They had it together. The United won. They won 7-0. 7-0. Our boys won. They dominated. That was so amazing to me for USA. It was like we were clicking on all cylinders. So that's really exciting. This is so exciting for me. Not number one, because I love hockey, but number two, it tells me it happened for decades. Really, really good. So that makes me very happy. Okay, let me check in with you guys. Yes, hi, how are you guys doing? Yep. Hi, Linda. Furtash is on house arrest in Austria or Venice. Oh, that's a good question. He's supposed to be extradited here. They've been holding out. I want him here after Don Julio is out. I thought it was Austria, but then I think someone, when they had him in or was it Ukraine? Like, they were carrying him through the courthouse by, police. There's the cameras. And then all of a sudden, people came in and stole him and took him to a different country where he's wanted. So, like, he can't get to the U.S. He's wanted in Chicago. Am I here? There I am. There I am. See? Can you believe? Can you? I said DC. Holy cow. Wait, let me see. I'm going to refresh. Let me refresh. What's going on? We love YouTube. I love YouTube. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, wait. Linda Sandoval. I'm buffering. I'm back. Yes, I'm back. I'm back. This thing. I'm going to have to put up more kitty videos, I think, because that seemed to do something beneficial for me. Okay, so USA, USA was so awesome. It was so awesome. I want to watch that on the replay. So I covered all that stuff. Now this chart, you guys, there's something really big happening with this chart. I couldn't grab all my stuff because I was running late anyways. But this chart is hitting the, where is it? It's not the June 21st. It's not, it's the June 5th. June 5th. It's hitting the June, so here. Look at this was the June 5th eclipse. Now remember what happened 4 days before that? That was that can opener eclipse. Oh my gosh. Am I here? That long ago? Oh my gosh. YouTube, get a grip. We love YouTube. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was quite a while back. What am I going to call that? Okay, you Book Bewitched watched vintage live shows a bunch. Okay, I also think because we're having bad storms. I know my area, I'm having bad storms. So, maybe that's a little bit of it. Maybe. Let me get a drink. Man, I have to go all the way. I just said so much cool stuff, you guys. So much cool stuff. Jeez. Okay. Okay, good night, Steve. I'm back. Yes. Yes, please click the thumbs up. I love YouTube. I love YouTube. I know, I'm so offensive, you guys. Okay. So recap, this full moon is an eclipse weather because of the new moon Sagittarius eclipse, which happens to be hitting the top and the bottom of the chart of this full moon. On this day, PEB elect, whoops, it hit the June 5th. Where's June 5th? June 5th. I just had it. June 5th. Where are you? June 5th. Oh, it's right under. Look at this. The sun is 15 degrees Gemini. The moon is 15 degrees Sag. That's the top and bottom of this chart. So right there, this full moon has so much traction. And that was the day that PEB elect won the nomination. So he is going to have much more authority and traction than he has had. He's been kept out, but so he's going to be able to do that. Pluto was at 24 degrees Capricorn, very destructive, close to the lower heaven. This was a destructive, difficult summer. Guess what? Pluto went retrograde and it went forward. It's back here at 24 Capricorn in the house of the sun, Don Julio. This is the part I really am concerned about, because officially this is when I decided, given that WH asteroid for Don Julio and Russia and China, they were like officially kind of at very high intense conflict with all of us. And that was at the new moon, or no, that was at the third quarter moon. We have, so if this is at the bottom of the chart, the gravitational pull, your ancestors, your past, this has a very karmic sense to it. With Sagittarius, that has to do, remember the South Node is there. So the South Node is what we're letting go of. So this also represents extreme beliefs, radicalized philosophies, the maggots, extremists. This also has to do with law enforcement, the law, lawmakers. It has to do with long distance travel, other philosophies and cultures. It is ruled by Jupiter. It's the one that expands the mind and ideas and philosophies. So this is at the bottom of the chart. At the top of the chart, it's ruled by Mercury. That rules Donald's sun. You guys, did I talk about New Year's Day, or was that buffered? Could someone let me know if I talked at all about how this relates to New Year's Day last year and his natal Mercury? But down here, so that's 15 degrees, 16 degrees is that WH asteroid, flush with the bottom of the chart. There's Venus right there, that obviously women, money, transactions, things of value, think pentacles. But there is one more asteroid here that I've added to my list because of just like the most major places. And exactly at 15 degrees Sag, right on the bottom, like this thing is anchored, is this asteroid, Hong Kong, you guys. We need to see what's going on there. There was some really interesting things, financial news that came out about, you know, this. Do you guys know about this? See, I don't know if this is going to upset. You know this company over there? Alibaba. So, they lost 9% of its value, like hundreds of billions of dollars, and that person in charge of it, who has friends with this administration, that country, China, has him in an antitrust investigation. So this could be global money. Global, it is an exact square to Neptune on the descendant, we the people. So there's going to be a lot of confusion and haze and cloudiness. It's squaring the ascendant, but there's nowhere for it to go. The truth has to come out and be revealed. This, keep your eyes on news coming out of here. If you're on Twitter, if you see something, let me know. That and the Vatican. Oh, where's the Vatican? Right. That asteroid, I had that. Where's that asteroid? That asteroid, I want to say it's over here. Okay, I don't know. I can't look for it. So, oh no, you didn't hear me talk about New Year's Day. Okay, so the other thing that this, on the side, this very much relates to is that, you know how USA has a new birth every year, we get a new solar return. Well, January 1st, in my opinion, because the world celebrates it, basically. Everyone gets a new chart, you know, when the clock strikes midnight. And it does have an influence. It's not super, it is strong, but it's nothing like a natal chart or a lunation, but it does definitely have an influence. January 1st this year, the North Node, first of all, let's talk about this moon is at 8 degrees Cancer. It's sitting right on top of Donald's Mercury, natal Mercury. Mercury represents children. In Cancer, it's the family, so his kids. Mercury represents contracts, electronics, digital communications, short distance travel within maybe a couple hundred miles, and your networking. Also, January 1st, 2020, the North Node was right here around 7 degrees Cancer, and the Uranian planet Hades was 9 degrees Cancer, god of the underworld. And now we have that moon right there, which is kind of activating all that, especially coming up to New Year's Eve. So here's like something else that's helping to expose and open things up. And here's this 17 degree mark. You know, that's one of my favorite degrees because 17 degrees Cancer Capricorn, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. Whenever that thing triggers 17 degrees over DC since the Saturn-Pluto conjunction on January 12th, 2020, Don Julio gets rocked. I love it. So the ascendant and descendant have this degree is being held open. And we're in Capricorn season, so something, God, there's so much happening. So this will be an interesting month with all of that. December 26th. Okay. Okay, let me get a drink and then we'll get started on this Terrascope. Okay, how are you guys doing? Hi, Sandy. Yes, I'm back. Deseret Trump out of the underwear. Okay, let me get a drink. And, okay, here we go. Here we go. I need a highlighter. You guys got any questions? How you doing? I know he does. Okay, here we go. Just get this set up. 17 degrees. I love this degree. So what usually happens, we've got this moon in the 10th house over Washington, D.C. So the next couple days are going to be, next day and a half is just going to be very, very dramatic. Drama, just, it's going to be like annoying. So I don't think I am going to be looking at what's going on overseas because everything that happens has its roots in what's going on overseas and with law enforcement. So they are going to be doing crazy, crazy stuff. So nobody thinks to go check in as to what's going on overseas. So, and then when it comes over here, the moon, in about a day, this now is the 11th house. That's all of Don Julio's alliances, his friends, and what they do for him. And then the moon will be Leo, Virgo, and this is kind of when Don Julio gets quiet. Well, this is the area of secrets. He's always spinning so much crap here, secret deals, and then we don't really hear from him, which is like it's a relief because he's not talking and he's not in our faces. But then whatever they work on explodes onto the scene, and then everyone's like, what the heck? So this is Tuesday night. Can I please have a card for Tuesday night with this full moon? Just give me a card for Tuesday night with this full moon. So this is about defenses, all the crazy stuff he's going to be doing with defenses. It's also your own defenses. This is a huge tip-off. Watch your immune system, you guys, especially with that cerveza virus out there. It's gathering up your defenses, standing tall and strong. Okay. What time is it? I think, yeah, we had the full moon about a half hour ago. So this is Tuesday PM. On Wednesday, what should we be doing while he's like all up there with his friends? The High Priestess. So that's the rusher. So this is where you're going to want to be tuned in, paying attention. There's more than what's being said. There's more to what's being shown to you. Listen for messages. Be really still and close with yourself too, where that veil's going to lift. Maybe it'll be your dreams. We're going to get to Thursday. Four of Swords, retreat. Wouldn't it be nice if you retreated? Recovery. Recuperation. Rejuvenate. Do something good for you guys, your soul. Thursday, this moon might be in Leo. Or if it's not, well, if Mars is over here, that's going to be a little bit difficult too. Take it easy. Friday's gonna be nuts. The Lovers. Ooh, Friday, the Lovers. So this card today was showing up for me for those guys in Georgia, the Reverend and John. Lovers. Friday's also the day of Venus. Maybe we find out about these guys. The Lovers. Saturday. Six of Swords. Things are transmitting, trying to get to calmer waters, soothing, but I feel like this is more of transmitting of information. Sunday, Seven of Wands. He's working on a defense, fighting back. So when this energy spills over now and here, I think on Monday, what's that about? The King of Wands. Ooh. So the King of Wands, you know what? Who's this King of Wands? Which... No, I think that is Angry Putin. So something's going to happen there. Okay, so at least we got those cards out in the open of what we need to look at. I'm glad there wasn't a whole lot of major arcana, well, specifically bad major arcana. We've got the pip cards, which is, I can deal with that. Oh, but by the way, speaking of, I turned over my cards and look who's at the bottom of the tower. So there's going to be a lot of forces working with all of this as well. So let's be careful. Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. So much, you guys. Kara Marie, I appreciate you so much. That is very generous of you guys. Okay. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Yeah, you know what? So the other thing is we've got some big planets in Aquarius. Saturn and Jupiter. The sun right now is disposited by Saturn. The sun also represents vitamin D, vitamin C, and vitamin E, but especially the C and D. It is harder now, these planets in Aquarius, to really absorb that vitamin D, especially because the sun is in its fall in Aquarius. So the sun, not a doctor, but just astrologically speaking, everyone could benefit from boosts with that vitamin D, E, and C, okay? Especially if your skin is kind of getting weird. I know I've got like this weird rash showing up. I know it's going to go away though. Okay. Astrology cards. What do you have to show us? Oh, I gotta mix this up. What's going on, astrology cards? It's asking for a little bit more. Oh, thank you, Marjorie. You're so special. Thank you, sweetheart, so much. Oh, yes, the zinc. You know what? I do that every day. I just take one little Zycam. That's all. For that. Okay. First house. This full moon. What do we have? Pisces, I believe. This is wishful thinking, Donald. One, we have Pisces. I believe, or it means I believe I'm going to tell you some BS. It's all the way over here. It's a secret. The secret is the second house and owning, so I would look to the rusher, what's going on with them, because that's going to spill over. Owning. They're working on secret things about money. The hidden enemy is... Oh, God. Come on. The hidden enemy is this Cancer, I feel. So this is more of those like P-boy things being set up. Being out on the streets. Setting up some more of those type of activities. And I'm not talking about like the one in Music City. I'm talking more like... There are a lot of incidents across the nation with random pew, pew, pew. They're working on that. There's some secret work being done here. 11th house. Friends. Hopes, wishes, friends, dreams, science, technology. What do we got here? Nope. We have... Taurus, I have. So this showed, I wonder if this is related to the stimulus, because this was showing up for me over here like I have your money. I'm dangling money in front of you. And look, we have Venus right here. What the money is going on? What's crowning Washington, D.C.? Saturn return, age. So this reminds me of a few things. Things that got set up 20 to 30 years ago or 14 years ago. These relationships Don Julio has had for a long time, probably relating to money. I was wondering if this had to do with PEB-elect because he's returning, but he's not official yet. There's something coming back to bite him very badly overseas about money. 11th house. I mean, 9th house lands far away. That's Putin's house. Oh, God. So, yeah, they've got their guys on the ground, sensing, trying to pick up on that social media, the pulse of what people are doing, how to provoke probably certain situations. 8th house shared resources over Washington, D.C. with this full moon. The moon, so this is Donald's pain. The outrage. So, yeah, he wants to inflict more pain on people. And he's got people to help him do that because they're going to be out of a job too, and they're going to have sanctions, partnerships, we the people, or your opposition. 4th house roots. So with we the people, what's going on the ground in D.C.? Do not like this. 6th house, public servants. Okay, so this makes me think of the GOP looking to their 11th house friends to help help them fix things. And that would be fix things with what they own and money. 5th house of the sun. The North Node, life's purpose. This is not you. This is Don Julio. North Node, life's purpose. Oh boy. So he's just gonna like let it. He's just all in. Just gonna let it rip. No holding back. 4th house. There. Nope. Okay. Aries, I am. So Aries ruled by Mars. This is in shared resources. I am. Aries is the god of war. Oh God. 3rd house, communications. Mars force. This is not good, you guys. Even more forceful with his words, forceful with his acts. There's shared resources on the ground. Is he going to go Hong Kong on us? I wonder if he's going to start detaining people. Ugh. 2nd house, income gains, values. Gemini, I think. He's thinking about his money. He thinks all that money belongs to him. Gemini, I think. So, you see what's going on here? We already know there's a lot from overseas and money, and he is going to go to he's going to defend it no matter what he has to do. This is who he is. This is his life purpose. He's going to summon his friends in public servants, in the military, day-to-day operations. He's going to meet his opposition on the ground. He's really upset. They're going to be using AI and social media because he wants to return to being the FOTUS. This is all about money. But this deception, I believe I won. That's so him. He's crazy, you guys. Oh, what do we have on this? Oh, crap. Okay, so on the ascendant, we have fire desire. This is what happened with Music City. He's really going to try to drum things up. Aquarius, I know, yep. Unexpected events. This assholio. When is the 6th? Is that next Wednesday? 29, 30, 31, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we will have a quarter moon by the 6th, and that moon will be in Libra, and that will have to do with justice, and usually we fare very well when this moon is in that area. I'm sorry, you guys. What's that? When you first have a hangover, your name is Ralph. Just rat. Killing me. Okay, let's get the tarot cards. Oh, so you guys are talking, because you had the cerveza. I am so scared of that thing. Because I'm half Filipino, and I'm Howley. But it's the nursing community, those who are in who are on the front line. It's like Filipinos make up, I think, 4% of the people in the profession on the front lines, and yet they have 30% of the deaths. Tell me how this is not a bio W. It's just ridiculous. Okay. Here we go. We have the good tarot. 3 of Wands. Got some plans, guys. So I already saged these earlier. My sage was just smoking away like a chimney earlier. It's kind of crazy. Like I don't like touching any of this unless I'm like actively saging. It's getting that Nasty. Oh my goodness, your lips turned blue, Katrina? I bought a, what's the thing that you put on your finger? The oximeter. You have it just in case. Veg for 3 days, can go from bed to kitchen, which, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're doing okay though, Katrina. And Desperate. Okay, here we go. Are you ready, tarot cards? Are you ready for this? This was a card that stood for L and P in the Georgia. That's the card that signified them in the position that they're in, and they're trying to get the good change, feel goods, to get this thing passed in their favor. That's what I am taking away from this just right off the bat. What's the secret in DC? Is this, yeah, it's suppression, but it also, oh Jesus, this is nasty. I was just gonna say this is how it has to do with the management of cerveza virus, and if that's the secret, we have second house owning. So it has to do what they're taking in possession of in response to cerveza virus, which is, I'm telling you, you guys, that even though they released, what, 10 million more vaccines by Pfizer last week, they made that news sound like, oh, the stuff in the warehouses is being released. They never once differentiated, oh, but you don't get what's in the warehouse. I swear to God, that stuff, they're still skimming off the top and sending elsewhere. Hidden enemies. So this is usually a setup. Setting something up. When you are here, you're stuck. You're just kind of inert. What does this say? I can't even read that. Look at how much has faded from there. But just like really, hidden enemy is how long I think we stay stuck like this. That they're trying to do their stuff, but really, they can't be doing this much longer. It really is not good. 11th house, what's going on, tarot? Ooh, still trying to get his friends together to overturn stuff. What's crowning DC? The Saturn return. We have secret talks, secret deals, dark money, plans going awry, trying to is this people dropping out? What's that about? This has to do with nightmare, anxiety about money, votes, vaccines, power and money. Oh, wait, what is this? The burdens. Oh my. I think Russia is demanding some more stuff. And there's kind of not many people want to sign on to this, but it's almost like Donald doesn't care. He's just consolidated his power and is like, I don't care. I don't care about that. I got to get this done. I got to set myself up. He is desperate beyond desperate. Okay, 9th house lands far away. What do we got? Extremists, philosophy, faith. Oh, the Trump dynasty looks like they want to get away. Shared resources. Vlad Stubb. 7th house, we the people. Okay, so this King of Swords reversed is Don Julio being a total jackass about withholding stimulus. So he's just going to be more jacky and assy everywhere. 6th house, public servants. Oop, there's the MAGAs. Your extremists. His friends on the ground to help overturn stuff. His North Node life's purpose. Help me, help me. 4th house, what is going on here? Look at that. All that deception, the cloud, they are really gumming things up to confuse people everywhere. That is so disgusting. I almost feel like these Maggers are hiding places, surveilling to spring to action. I'm telling you, be careful, you guys. 3rd house comms, 7 of Wands, defense can't. I feel like this is almost like acting like I'm not going to defend myself, but it feels kind of like a hidden trap. We've got Scorpio there that's kind of dark. Of course, social media deceiving people. 2nd house gains values. Consolidation of power. The hand that holds the money. Gemini, Don Julio is like, I think I own all the money. That's a secret that he is working on. He's waiting. Oh my God. Page. Okay. Oh. Okay. Page of Wands, news abroad, Queen of Cups. This is the U.S. voter. It's the United States. The other thing this is the Vatican. And this card, I was realizing whenever we would see the Page of Wands and how Don Julio would get directions from abroad, this is also coming from the Italy and the Vatican. Callista and Newt are, there's so much bad stuff going on there, and that is just breaking free right now. I wonder if that's what explodes. 10 of Pentacles, this could represent that as well. Okay, let me get this written down before I lose it. Talk amongst yourselves. Let me know if you have any questions. So on the ascendant here, we have the Queen of Cups. Who should I do a specific taroscope on? 8 of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, 7 Wands, reversed. Gosh, I do not like this. 4th house is kind of freaking me out, you guys. Oh, do you guys remember? I was saying, like, who controls these halves of the taroscope when I started plotting them out week by week? That basically, the stuff that we see in this, the stuff down here, it's like these are Don Julio's original ideas. And the influence above the horizon come from Vlad Stubb. It was really a weird discovery. So now I just kind of always have that in the back of my mind right now. Oh, you guys, I'm giving a shout out to our friend Rose. I think her 92-year-old grandmother is not doing well. They're talking about hospice. Very sad. She posted it at the community. So just send some positive, loving thoughts their way. Okay. Mitch McConnell and the FBI. Okay, will do. Should I do a double? Marjorie, I'm going to do a Mitch and an FBI, but I'm going to do them, face them down, okay? So let me get these set up, because I like it when I just turn them over for the first time. So, Taroscope, let's lay out Mitch. I can't stand this guy. Mitch. Ooh. Crowning. They seem a little bashful. Oh boy. Huh. Oh my God. These are all. Okay, so that's Mitch. Okay, FBI, Chris Ray. What you got on Mitch? And what he's doing. Oh, you guys, the other thing that happened this week, I was focused on, what's that guy at the DOD, Cash? I was like, I want to know what he's up to. And then those other two guys. But then it was so weird because I was just kind of remotely looking at him, kind of like a stick figure that Cash Peters draws, one of those little dudes. And he was just kind of watching him like walk down a corridor. And then all of a sudden, everything is bright yellow, white light, glaring bright light, like the sun. So, and he walks that way, and I can't see what's going on. Then I try to look at a couple more people, and I kept getting this bright, glaring light, and it was that I was not allowed to look. But there's some people who are like, or have already like walked in. So I think this is the thing that's like the end game. And there were some people who were mostly there. It was interesting because CIA, you know, Gina H, it's like she got pulled into the light, but it was like she had like this much of her arm sticking out, and she was like hanging on for dear life outside that. And I took that to be that like she got sucked into stuff because she kind of had to with the criminality and trying to track everything, but not seem like she's has a hand in reality in the big picture of what she's supposed to be doing. And she'll come back. She's in an awful, awful space. I know people feel differently about her. I feel like she's one that has, yes, been on I don't even want to draw cards on her because I know there's so much ugly, nasty stuff around her. But I feel like she sees the bigger picture and what has to be done. But I thought that was it. She's like the only one that had that hand out that she'll be able to like recover. But everything she's gathering is, you know, for the next admin. That was really interesting. Okay, so FBI, what the heck is going on? Mitch and Company. This power grab. What's the secret? What you can show me, FBI, of what you can show me, because I know you guys are not showing me stuff. Hope, wish, what's going on? What's crowning? I feel like all investigations are done. They're just waiting till January 20th. Ooh. Stability. This is also all the things Mitch and Company have taken. News, I think this is news that they have. And this is around the world. Information that they have from abroad and around the world about Don Julio. So that's on the ascendant. I mean, these idiots, they just think it's just no, we have allies that have had stuff on him forever. Okay, so that's FBI. Mitch, things are, oh, she's, okay, so things are coming in fast. He had a goal that he invested in that is not coming to fruition. It is not good. I'm getting, not only is this the stimulus, but this is all the stuff that he's helped hoard, that he's helped hide from the people in terms of support. I don't know if this is the vaccines and where, I kind of feel like it is, but it's something else. What's this Seven of Pentacles about? It is coming in fast. Oh. Okay, so I think this is the plan that they have. This is P-Boys. Because they're getting their cues from abroad on what to do, because Don Julio is done. This is like riots. Don Julio had these also came up as like P-Boys, as like his investment, his like mercenaries, his backups. But it's falling apart. I also had this for missing and absentee ballots. Let's see what else it has to say. Mitch is done. Donald is freaking done. They're all done. And the FBI has, we've made a settlement, and they're done. So they have separated who's in and who is out. Mitch is done? Mitch is done with his power, suppression, or you guys, something is going on with, so this is like the power, the money that comes in, dark money. It could be the Vatican, this could be cerveza virus, but it's being revealed. The FBI have what kind of settlement? What kind of settlement? Oh, shit. This Fool reverse card kept coming up with their big plan with denial of the stimulus to make, oh my God, money. Okay, you know what? This is huge, you guys. This is too big for my brain to pick up right now. Okay, Mitch, what's your secret? His secret is the news that he got overseas, maybe from the Vatican. The FBI standing tall, standing strong. They have a rock solid defense of everything that they have. Mitch, your hidden enemy is jail. That Loeffler and Purdue suck. Voters, they have, okay, so these are P-Boys waiting for the call, and then they go. So the secret, the hidden enemy, I think the FBI is on what they're planning to do with all of this as the week goes on, as we had to January 6th. Mitch, his hopes, wishes, friend, Taurus, I have. Overthrow. Instability. Insecurity. With the indicted fool. With Don Julio. These are his friends' hopes, wishes. So he's hoping instability with Don Julio. The FBI has okay. Who has the agreement? Okay, FBI, do you have an agreement with Mitch going on? What is this about? What are you two agreeing upon? What are you agreeing upon? They're agreeing upon this. That's at the base. What's crowning these two? Do you guys have an agreement? How do you relate to the FBI, Mitch? FBI relates back. Okay, so the basis of this we have the Justice. This goes this way. The Justice Department, the Department of Justice. Is this Putin's justice? No, this is our justice, our cases. What's crowning them? How stuff was manipulated, changed. I mean, this isn't reverse. This isn't like bad manipulation. This is using some magic. How do you relate to the FBI? The Eight of Pentacles. This is propaganda. This is why I've been seeing this reversed. Bad data, bad propaganda. FBI to Mitch. Holy shit. There's some bad data, communications on things, how they were manipulated. Usually this is my elections card, you guys. This has also been my triad with Donald Rusher Chiner. Mitch, what do you think about... I don't know if this is underhanded. Mitch, what do you think? Whoops. He thinks he's going to jail? What do you think about all this? Outrage China. This looks so much like the secret plan that they have got going to get L and P into the Georgia election. I don't know if there's a direct connection or they've nailed Mitch on this stuff. Okay, this is interesting. Okay, let's carry on. Ooh, look at that Wheel of Fortune. Okay, what's crowning Mitch this week with this full moon? We've that very emotional, but this is the Russia connection. Is he going to get busted? Facebook, FBI has information on, okay. So fighting back, what is this about regarding Mitch? FBI, the secret talks he had with the Russia, you guys, and the election, and the obstruction. Oh. What's this about Mitch? What's crowning Mitch? Intelligence, the intel. Oh my God, and how they manipulated stuff. I think this has to do with election stuff, you guys. That's what the FBI has on him. I don't know if Mitch looked to overturn the White House. I don't know. Mitch, lands far away. This could be the Russia, it could be the Vatican, it could be extremists. Mitch has the Six Wands mob, Trump, Putin, his mafia. And the FBI has the High Priestess, the whole operation from beginning to end, starting with Russia, with all the election meddling, interference. Oh my God, am I buffering yet? Every single thing, 10 Pentacles, that Mitch did with the Trump dynasty. Mitch's shared resources then, the Magician, how he manipulated stuff. Did you know that these roses are the divine feminine? Shared resources, manipulating information. There's that hanged, you guys, this was all over before the full moon. Hanged, helping, getting someone in here to help them with the election A in Georgia J. Flipping opinions, manipulating information through the Russia, and the FBI has China. Ciao. Holy cow, and there's Putin. 7th house partners, open adversaries. Mitch has, well, this is what they do to try to separate the moggers from, you know, regular, normal human beings in surveillance, but also to cut out the voters that they want. And the FBI has the lovers. The lovers are John and the Reverend. That's how it's been showing up for me before this, what we're doing right now. 6th house, public servants. Mitch. Oh, he's got some judgments. Really? The FBI has the intel all over him. There are judgments on him. Mitch, 5th house of the sun. So, 7 of swords. Stealing stuff with Donald, but he's going to have to forfeit everything. Oh my God, look at that match. 7 of swords. Mitch stole. He has to forfeit now. The FBI have all of that on him with Don Julio in this 4th house. Roots. Defenses. Mitch. This is overthrowing. Supporting Donald in the overthrow, and the FBI has the Knight of Pentacles. Those are the people, you know, it could be money, it could be data, it could be mercenaries. The transmission of data overseas. Oh, this went to the 4th house. King of Swords. Hackers. Hackers. They've got stuff from overseas. 9 of Pentacles reversed. This is fake, faux, false information. Like what information they used to set him up to see if it would come back, and that would imply him. Because he has been a person who takes money from donors as well, and, you know, data. Bad data, bad money. Traceable. Mitch. Mars force. Holy crap. You guys, this was up here. His communications, the falling out, I don't know what this Mars, this force is. It's going to be crowning DC with the devil. That's the op of getting the rusher in to manipulate everything here. The deal that they made with the devil. What? This 3 of Pentacles is throwing me off. What's this 3 of Pentacles reversed? What's Mars force? What does this have to do with? The 3 of Pentacles reversed. What does this Mars force have to do with? This is sometimes like the Knight of Wands. That's like the FBI on the move. Trump, Russia. The whole Russian operation. Mars, force, communications. They're going to be aggressively pursuing. Somewhere is aggressively pursuing this whole operation. When does Steve Annenbay have to testify regarding CA, Aimbridge, K, Lillikoi, A? When does he do that? This feels like that. They're busted with that somewhere. Jeez. 2nd house, Gemini, I think. Whoopsie. Mitch got caught setting something up. The Page of Cups. Oh my God. So the Page of Cups, this could be one of the kids with interference, running around, but when it's reversed, because usually when they do the propaganda and the micro-targeting and they get the result and the information that they want, it shows up as the Page of Cups. Reversed, bad news, someone got caught. There's like bad data in here. So that's what's going on with Mitch. Cy Vance and financials, everything is coming apart. Florida's muddy. Harold. I got they were offered with leave or leave. His USA case is March 21st. Mucinex. Hot oil in a bath. You guys, come on. It's exactly what I want to hear from you guys. Okay, well, this is what's on the table for this lunation. It's kind of cool. Okay. Wow, this is going to be an interesting week. You guys take care. You take care of you guys. So I am going to wrap things up here. It's going to be busy. Everything is going to be changing around a lot. You guys, please, please, please stay safe. If you feel like you're being paranoid, that's a good sign. That means you're listening. If you have to be paranoid, be paranoid. That will suit you better than not, okay? Thank you so much, my loveliest, loveliest moderators on the planet. You guys, I love you. I think you're awesome. I'm so glad we've been on this road together because it's been crazy. This Terrascope every week is actually kind of what keeps my brain focused and keeps everything organized, because I don't know what I would do without this Terrascope, because it's so freaking nuts and crazy out there. Is it not? Okay. It is cray. Yes, it is. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Larry Girl. Thank you, AHT. Thank you, Sandy. Tish. On your own, look at Eric. Oh, that mofo. Listen. We're going to look. I'm sorry. I got to look at him. Yes. Let's look at the mofo. I am so pissed at that guy. Okay. We love you too. We love you too. And yeah, we're going to look at the ERIKPrince. I'm sorry. I have to look at him right now. He is not a good person. He's not a good person. Yes, it's been a blast. He's the devil. He's the freaking devil. His secret. He's the news from overseas. He's the one. What did I didn't even write down those cards. He's the news. The thing that going, I can't talk. Mitch. Secret. ERIKPrince. Hidden enemy is Candidate Don. Candidate Don is the one that protects him. This is why he got the excuse me pardoned. Pardon excuse. ERIKPrince. Six Wands mob. So he's going to, I bet he's on the ground with these gross people to do whatever they're going to do. Yes, he's fulfilling the Trump-Russia agreement. He's on board 100% because lands far away. Yep, what is he the point person for? He's the point person for the money. The money. Eric, he's the one that holds the hand for the money, which I bet is the same for Betsy. Shared resources. Eric, creating a freaking tower. He's the one that's creating movement on the ground, you guys. 7th house partner. So, the Wheel of Fortune is for them when it's good. For us, when they do crap against us, that's when they are lining things up against the public. 6th house public servants, he's getting the messages to them, what they have to do next in their script. 5th house of the sun, he's the mercenary, bringing the money and the goods back and forth to the White House, and his defenses are carrying Donald's wishes. Back over here, the Knight of Cups, the 3rd house of communications, Mars force. The Trump crime syndicate, the Trump campaign, the force to be reckoned with. It all revolves around Trump organization. King's Value, ERIKPrince, the Republican Party, and the P-Boys, and we have some spies and some treason. And I feel like their secret talks and dark money went awry, and this is like their last grandstand. Asshole. Okay, that's it. That's it, okay? So, you guys, thank you. Great question. It's been a blast being with you guys. Stay safe. Stay positive. We're almost there. Almost there. Okay, another day down. We're like 2 days away from being out of 2020. Yay! Okay? Take a bow, you guys. You got this far. This was such a hard year. Such a hard year. So proud of you. Okay? Have a good night. Thanks, mods. Thank you all. Have a good evening. Okay, bye.